What the crap was that? How did that person get promoted and not me when I do the work twice as fast, 3 times more efficiently? And I'm just mad, I'm upset. I have no idea how that person could actually be promoted. I mean, that person's work is crap compared to mine. Well, today we're going to talk about promotion envy and how promotion envy can actually be one of the biggest things to tank your career that you don't even realize. We're going to talk about 2 key tips that I've used to kind of work myself past promotion envy. And also, if you stick around to the end, I've got a bonus tip that you can start doing today to really take your career to the next level. Let's go. My name's Milan Patel, and in the 30 years I spent working my way to senior level in a Fortune 100 company, I've had my own share of career envy in my time. There were a number of years in the middle part of my career where I was just ticked off, jealous, upset, angry, depressed because my career did not seem to be moving as fast as some of my peers. And what I can tell you is that that dark place, I know we've all been there at least once in our career, is really, really hard and challenging to get out of because our minds naturally compare to the people around us to either what they have or them getting promoted in us, and we didn't. So the first tip, that's the hardest one, is that you have to realize that you are only in competition with yourself. Now, why do I say that? I say that because when you compare yourself to somebody else, you are setting an artificially low bar. Because I mean, if you think about it, you're trying to dissect like what actions and what behaviors and what delivery did the person do to get to that next level. Well, why set your limits and sights so low? If you're in competition with yourself, if you can change your mindset, then you're only in competition to your own fullest potential, which could be way up here, not that next level. And I know it seems kind of counterproductive to think that way, mainly because our minds as human beings don't tend to work that way. So it really takes an effort to think about, don't worry about the person next to you getting promoted. Don't care what your peers are doing. No, 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 no. You do need to care what your peers are doing. You're on a team, so don't be stepping on people to get what you want. I'm talking about setting personal goals where you can deliver more work, in an environment, in a partnership environment. Just don't limit yourself to trying to dissect what that person did to get promoted. It's a losing proposition and you're setting the bar way too low for yourself. The second tip is really you have to understand your organizational currency. You really do have to understand how the work that you do translates to what I call the 3 big ticket items that every senior leadership team worry about. So for every part of the business and individual, they're either making money, saving money, or costing money. And what I can tell you is that third one is the bucket you don't want to be in. And what I'll tell you is you're probably not in that bucket, but it always takes work to translate the work you do into the value that puts you into saving or making money. And sometimes you have to get creative. But it's very important to figure that out, because if you don't, then how is your organization going to be able to realize if you're delivering up here? So there's an art and a science to figuring out how does your work resonate in terms of dollars and cents. Remember, every business is a business. They're trying to make money, save money, the bottom line, return on investment. So that second tip is you really have to dig into organizational currency. And I do another talk on that I'll link to in the description if you want a more deeper, detailed view of that. But it is important that you focus on that as you are moving your mind with competing with others to competing with yourself. That lets you set a really high bar that you can execute on and really add some major value to your organization. So if you're finding this information useful or know somebody who can use it, please forward it to them. And if you subscribe, like, and hit the bell, you'll get notified when I put out new topics on similar areas. So the bonus tip is this. You do have to think about what it means to be successful at the next level. And I'm not saying compare yourself to other people, but you need to write your own promotion recommendations. It's a very tactical thing you can do today. What that forces you to do is take your accomplishments and translate them into value that the organization understands. I do a full discussion on that, and I'll link to that one as well, that you can look at a later date on how to actually write it. But the important thing is if you cannot translate it for yourself and have that conversation with your manager, then how are they going to do it? Because I guarantee you, a lot of them manage a ton of people, and they're not even going to know all your individual accomplishments. Only you will know those because you don't talk to your manager every day for 8 hours. So it's a very important step, tactical step you can do today, which is to write your own promotion recommendation and then go articulate your measurable impact value to show that you're either making money or saving money for the organization. And there's many ways to do that. So that's just a very high level view of the way to approach it. Sometimes it can be challenging and you have to spend a lot of time thinking about how to make that translation work. But what I can tell you is that during those dark years that I had, my career really suffered and I did myself a disservice. Because again, I do not know all the situations, nor do you, on how your peers got promoted and what they had to do to get promoted, because you do not sit in the meetings in the star chamber, but you can impact yourself, you can control your own value. So once I got over that, once I was able to kind of let that go, and it took me some time, then my career really started to take off because I wasn't setting really such low goals. I set very lofty goals. And when you execute on those very lofty goals and they come to pass, believe me, they'll see that there's a gap and the promotions will come. This has been very important and it's helped me a lot, and I hope it helps you as well. Have a great day.